Good day, everybody. My name is Paul Rosso with Remax Properties in Bucks County, and welcome to the premiere show of the Bucks County Homes of Living Show. We have a special guest today, and we want to get that started. All right, I'm sure you all recognize that place, Sesame Place. And we have Jeff Davis here today, Vice President of Operations with Sesame Place. Welcome, Jeff.
Hey, good afternoon,
thank you
Paul.
for joining us.
You bet.
Okay, you guys getting ready for the new season?
Yeah, and after watching that commercial, I'm sure you're ready to head on down to Langhorne and get ready, right?
So definitely. My kids, you have two young children, and it's one of their favorite places to go.
That's good to hear.
So you open tomorrow for?
Yeah, tomorrow we have a past member event. We usually do a past preview event for our past members. That's tomorrow at 3:30.
Yeah.
And then grand opening to the public Saturday, May 3rd. So we can't wait.
Okay, terrific. And last week you opened up for another special event also, right?
Yes, it's we've been doing it for years and years and years with the Variety Children's Charity.
Okay.
And this year we also partnered with Autism Speaks, and it's a day for their families, their members, to come and have the park to themselves.
Okay.
And we provide complimentary admission, and we actually donate a fair amount of our parking revenue to both those organizations. So real nice day. It was gorgeous weather. Families get to interact with one another, get to kind of talk about maybe sharing of resources, and it's just a real nice thing to do. And I've been lucky enough to be part of it since I've been at Sesame, and it's a great start for us.
Oh yeah, definitely kick off the season there. So Jeff, a little bit about your background. Where you're from? How long you've been with Sesame Place, things like that.
Sure, yeah. I grew up in Northeast Philadelphia, and I started with the park in 1987 as a high school sophomore.
Okay.
And I tell this story all the time. I was sitting on the couch. It was the second day of summer, and my buddy and I are sitting on the couch, and we were getting ready to do nothing. And his mom walked in and said, I don't think so. You two are off the couch. Go find jobs. You're 16. Go find jobs.
Okay.
So we literally spent the rest of the afternoon trying to figure out where the heck we wanted to work, and we were going back and forth, and a Sesame Place commercial came on the TV, and we're like, wow, I bet you that's pretty fun and different.
Sure.
And the next day we took a bus up to the Ox Valley Mall and applied for jobs, and we got hired in June, so I think we were like the last hiring group to get hired for that summer, and I've refused to leave ever since, and no matter how hard they try. So
yeah.
But no, so it's been a great job. It was a summer job for me until I got out of college, and I was lucky enough to find a full-time position with them in 1994.
Okay.
And been full-time ever since. So it's a fantastic place to work, not only as a full-time employee, but it's a tremendous place to work for summer employment as well.
Okay. Now, how long have you been the VP of Operations?
I've been the operations VP since 2007.
Okay.
And prior to that, I was an operations director. I was in human resources. I've done a fair amount of different jobs at the park since I've been there.
Okay. And are there a lot of people who start out at high school students there that have moved up?
Yeah, and that's really one of the nice things about our park. So because of the nature of the job, because we're open May through December, but not every day in the fall and winter, it attracts high school, college students.
Right.
Some teachers, some seniors, and some others,
Okay.
but predominantly high school and college. And what's nice is, it is a job where if you perform well and you like it, you have an opportunity not only to change positions, but also to get hired into seasonal management positions. So you can become a supervisor. So you have an opportunity to work with us if you start when you're 15 or 16 as a freshman or sophomore in high school.
Right.
You could work with us for 7, 8 years, and many do.
Okay.
And then some go on, they graduate college and go on to their other careers, but they've not only learned how to work with the public, but how to work with each other,
Right.
and in many cases, how to supervise people. So it's really kind of a neat, different type of job that I think we offer for that age group
Sure.
that no one else can offer.
Yeah, my daughter, she's 8 now, and we have her playing on working the Sesame plays. She loves to sing and dance. She loves to do plays, and we thought it would be a great mix.
Yeah, well, I have 2 of my boys that work there. My older son has been there for 3 seasons. He's a supervisor in merchandise.
Mhm.
And then my 15-year-old just is starting in the maintenance department. He has his
Okay.
orientation Saturday, actually. He's looking
Okay.
forward to that first paycheck.
Great.
And then, of course, they grew up going to the park.
Sure.
So it's neat now for me to see that, having interacted with them as a father of the park, and now, as kind of the boss.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Definitely. And since we're talking about employment, why don't we go over a little bit about how many people do you bring in? I guess the majority of people are working there for summer. And what kind of numbers are we talking about as far as employment for opportunities for people?
Yeah, that's interesting. We have about 70 of us that work there full time year round.
Okay.
Right. But when the height of our summer, we actually go up to about 1,700 employees.
Wow.
And so those 1,700 again range from all different ages and all different
Sure.
departments. So we're lucky that many return.
Okay.
So that provides consistency, some experience to the park, and then we're also balanced with getting a new group of people in, and new
Right.
ideas and fresh perspective and,
Sure.
and energy. So there's a nice balance there.
Good.
And like I said, if you get hired, maybe your first summer you get hired in operations, you work the rides, and you see the shows, and you say, boy, I'd like to do that. Well, the next year you can audition and perhaps
Okay.
be in entertainment, or you say, I'm interested in culinary skills. I can go be a cook. So we have that flexibility to change jobs.
Okay, terrific. So tell me, I'm excited to find out what are the new things at the park this year.
Well, we're excited too, Paul, because we
Okay.
have we have 2 new things that are really exciting to the park. The first is Cookies Monsterland, and
Okay.
this is a section of the park that, if you've been to the park and remember the net climb,
Oh, yes.
and Cookie Mountain and Bed Bound, some of those,
Yeah.
we've replaced that entire area, and we've
Okay.
pretty much demoed the entire area. And we're building a land for Cookie Monster to come play with his monster friends. And it's
Oh,
our
excellent.
furriest land ever, Paul. So,
Cool.
so this area is really neat, and it's going to have 3 brand new rides,
Okay.
2 existing rides that are rethemed to Cookies Monster Land. We will be having a new net play structure.
Okay.
For all those that love that net climb that we had. And then we will continue to have a preschool area, which we had in the old area, which
Okay.
is very popular with moms that just need a little break,
Yeah,
or dads
definitely.
that need a little break, or children that need a little break.
Yeah, they were contained. That's
and they're
the nice
contained,
part. That's
and they
right.
will continue to
Definitely.
be contained.
Okay.
So that's one new area, and also we'll have a merchandise area, and there's photos with our favorite characters, and in fact there'll be a new monster that will be making their debut at the Sesame Place, and that's the Honkers and the Dingers.
Okay.
And if you remember from the show, the honkers can honk their nose to
Yes.
communicate, and the Dingers ding a bell on their head to communicate. So it'll be very exciting to have those guys there.
Okay.
And then there'll also be a new food cart called Sometimes Anytime Snacks, which will
Okay.
have some good grab and go stuff for people to stay fueled for all that energy they're expending.
Okay.
So that's really exciting. That's going to open this spring.
Okay.
Won't be for opening day. It'll be sometime, hopefully by the end of the month or soon after, but
Mhm.
spring. And you can keep an eye on our website for details on the exact opening date.
Okay.
But what will be open Saturday, May 3rd, and actually Friday night for our past members, is Elmo the Musical.
Okay.
And if you watch Sesame Street, there's a section on the show that's called Elmo the Musical.
Yeah.
And it's Elmo singing and dancing, and we have that theater, our Sesame Studio,
Okay.
which used to have the Elmo's World Live
Oh,
set,
yeah. Definitely.
has been redone, and
Okay.
it looks amazing. I was in there last week, and it's absolutely amazing. The transformation of the theater, you'll feel like you're in a real theater. It's amazing.
Oh, nice.
And then, so that show will be an adventure a mystery adventure with Elmo and Cookie, looking
Okay.
for the cookie that Cookie has lost.
So is
it's
Dorothy
gonna be awesome.
retiring? from the
Dorothy's
show?
retiring. Yeah, she's
And
out.
Mr.
She's
Noodle?
in the, Mr. Noodle has retired. Mr. Noodle's friend and has retired.
Okay.
But it's pretty exciting, and we think it's going to be great. We think our guests are going to love it.
Oh, great. I'm looking forward to see that show.
Absolutely,
Definitely
it'll be popular.
And is there anything else new there this year? Or?
Those are the two main things that are
Okay.
going to say. Everything else is more behind the scenes that won't get anybody else excited. Just
Okay.
us people that work in maybe operations or something,
Right.
some infrastructure type things
Okay.
that aren't that exciting
Terrific.
to talk about.
So we talked about employment opportunities there, and are you like one of the highest employees for the summertime?
We are,
in the
yeah.
area?
We
Okay.
hire more youth and more summertime employees than anyone in Bucks County, and not only that, but I mean, obviously, we love being in Bucks County.
Sure.
And we love our location because we attract people from all over
Oh, yeah.
Philadelphia and the rest of the state of PA, New York City,
Right.
all those adjoining places, and it's good for Bucks County for tourism because these people not only come and visit Sesame, but we hope they stay, and we have
Sure.
packages with local hotels, and
Yeah.
we hope that they visit some of the other things in Bucks County as well. And
Mhm.
as we know that those of us that live there, it's a fantastic place to live and visit.
Yeah.
And we think that we're part of that tourism that highlights all
Right.
the things that you can do in this area.
Sure. I know it's big for the hotels in the area. There's so many hotels being built around there and around the Ben Salem interchange for Route 1 and the Turnpike. That they take a lot of people who come and visit the area. So you have a big impact, outside of the park also.
Yeah, certainly. The hotels. If you go to our website, there's stay in play packages.
Right.
Excuse me. And then also all the area restaurants
Mhm.
that people frequent. But yeah, you're right. It's amazing the growth of that area because
Yes.
the park opened in 1980, and other than Oxford Valley Mall, there probably wasn't a
Wasn't
whole
much
heck of a lot
no.
around. Maybe that Langhorne Speedway that used to be there,
Yeah.
but there wasn't a whole lot around. And obviously, population has grown.
Sure.
But we like to think that we're a big part of the growth of the area as
Oh,
well.
I'm sure you are. Yeah, definitely. And the employment opportunities, they have most of the people, like especially the entertainers, have to apply well in advance of the summertime.
Yeah, that's probably one of the more surprising things that people don't know is because we open in May, people
Mhm.
think, oh, we have people applying now, but a lot of our jobs are filled. And entertainment in particular, they do auditions usually the first or second weekend of January of the
Okay.
new year. And so they typically are almost full after that audition process. Now, they
Okay.
may fill some here or there, but
Right.
but for the most part, they're in January. And then we start taking applications in January as well. So you can go online and you can apply for a job in January and know, hey, come May, I got a job for the summer.
Right.
What's better than that?
Yeah.
And then of course our employees that come back to us, we call them rehires.
Okay.
They know when they leave in November, December, whenever it is,
Okay.
that if they're in good standing and have an interest and their availability is good for the following year, they know they have another place to come back to. So
Mhm.
there's some security, even as a young person,
Yeah.
knowing that you have employment.
Plus, just a lot of fun to be
Well,
to work there, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I can attest to that. I mean, at 16, I mean, it's great because you're working hard, but you're making. I mean, I probably have friends that I keep in touch with more through Sesame, my time at Sesame, than I
Sure.
do from high school and certainly college.
Okay.
And people that have gone on to all kinds of great things in different walks of life. And so you make some really meaningful connections,
Right.
and they're going to last with you a long, long time.
Yeah. I know you have a lot of special programs there and for different people. I know one of them is the Waves of Honor program. So you can tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we all really like this program, and basically it's not only Sesame Place, but it's our parent company, SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment. But yeah, active duty military guardsmen and reservists have an opportunity to visit one of our parks, Sesame being one of them, for
Okay.
a complimentary visit, not only for them, but up to 3 of their immediate family members.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
what's great about that program, there's nothing better. I spend a lot of time out by the ticket booths in the morning, and
Okay.
just greeting people that come in, taking care of issues. And I love when the military people come up, and they're just so nice and friendly and humble. and they ask, hey, where do I get this complimentary pass? And they almost whisper because they feel, and I love
Sure, they
walking them
feel
up. We have a
awkward, yeah.
special line for them if they need the ticket or to be processed. We have a
Okay.
special line for them, and I love walking them up. I love thanking them for their service. And hoping that they are able to have a little bit of time with their family since they spend a lot of time probably away from their family. So it's a nice
Sure.
program,
Excellent.
and we're proud to be part of it with our company.
Okay, terrific. And you mentioned about SeaWorld. How long you been owned by them now?
But we've always been owned by SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment has gone through different owners over the
Okay.
years, but we've always been part of this family of parks,
Okay.
which are the SeaWorld Parks, the Busch Gardens Parks, and Sesame Place.
Okay.
The original owner was Anheuser-Busch,
Right.
way back when, but that family of parks has been together.
Okay.
So.
All right, good. And you have the Sesame Place Cares program. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, another nice
Seemed like an
program.
interesting program.
Yeah, it is. It's made up of our employees.
Okay.
So this not only our full-time employees, but seasonals are welcome to
Okay.
attend as well. And it's our effort to give back to the community. We do things generally that have to do with our business, which is children, and we'll do cleanup days in parks.
Okay.
We've worked with a group called Cradles to Crayons. We've collected coats and car seats and strollers. And each year we work with the United Way. So each
Okay.
year we kind of review the different opportunities, and a lot of times it's a team member that brings an opportunity to us. Like,
Okay.
for example, we have one team member that does the a bike ride, a charity bike ride every
Mhm.
year, and so brought that as an opportunity. So we may say, oh, that's a great one for us to participate. Let's support that.
Sure.
So we try to mix it up there each year to there's so many great programs, hard to choose,
Yeah.
but we try to keep it manageable so that we can make an impact, and also it makes you feel good too, right? You're doing something
Definitely.
nice for the community. So
Sure. And then you have coming up the Sesame Place Classic.
that's another thing that we've been associated with for a long, long time. With
I used to run it.
I'm not much of a runner, Paul, so I watch it. But with the Courier and
Yes.
of course Kiwanis Group, and we've had it. It's been staged at the park before, and currently it's I believe it's third year at the technical high school, and we support it, and we'll have our characters there to greet runners or to get them off to a start.
Yeah.
And then
That was always fun.
Yeah, and then as you know, as a participant, the race runners can bring their bib to the parking at complimentary admission.
Yes.
As kind of a win, a prize
Yeah,
for running the race, surviving the race.
And the race is at the Bucks County Tech School, right?
Tech school,
In Bristol.
correct. Yep. Mhm.
Okay. And it was actually the last race I ran before I had some problems with my foot and kind of like hung up my running shoes there.
No,
for a while.
I'll take that same excuse, Paul.
There you
It must
go.
be it too. It must be my running shoes.
I had some stretch factors. I was wearing a boot for a while, and I ran the race years ago. I stopped running for a number of years. I tried to get back, and I might have went too far, too soon, and had some stretch fractures. And that was my last race that I did.
We actually have two. We always have some past members and people that run that race, and we actually have two people running the two full-time team members.
Okay.
Running the Broad Street Run this Sunday.
Oh, excellent!
And
Yeah.
actually, our park president's running in it,
Oh,
and now
excellent.
that means he has to run now. I just said that, and then also our IT director is running it too. So
Yeah.
we'll compare their times and see who ran faster.
Definitely. Now, I saw that on your website this year you have a mobile app.
Yeah, we do, and it's brand new, and I encourage anybody that's coming to the park to download it. Yeah, the park maps on there,
Okay.
some good information, show times. There's a lot of information and guidance, and it'll just be getting better because we're just initiating it. So there'll be new features as we go along here.
Okay.
But it should be very useful for our guests, and of course, everybody's using smartphones for
Oh, yeah,
for a
definitely.
million things now. So why would we be any different?
Okay.
So it should be good.
Yeah, definitely. And then, one of the concern I know people have about coming to Sesame Place or any kind of amusement park, because it's outdoors, is what happens if it rains. And you guys have a policy on that?
Yeah, well, you're right. Anytime you go outside, we all do it, and
Yeah.
it's a bummer when there's bad weather. But
Definitely.
we have what's called a sunny day guarantee. So
Okay.
if you wake up in the morning and it looks cloudy, or the weather people who love to talk about rain, it seems like,
Yes.
say there might be rain. We encourage you, unless it's a washout, which is very rare. Come to the park, because what's going to happen if it rains more than an hour for continuously, we're going to give you a
Okay.
ticket to come back.
Okay.
And generally, if it's cloudy or a threat of rain, it actually scares some people off. So you're probably going to have a great day at the park. You know,
Yeah.
that's generally
Oh, yeah,
when you
definitely.
want to go to a park.
Yes.
You know, when you get that right.
Some
But
of the
even
days we went there because we knew probably won't be a lot of people there.
yeah, if you're a past member, you learn real quick some of the tricks, and
Yes.
that's one of them. But no, there's Sunny Day Guarantee that pretty much says if you, we understand. Listen, people spend a lot of money to come to our park, and not only money but time, right? What's more valuable than your
Sure.
time? So if you're going to
Yeah.
make that commitment, we want to make sure you have a good time, and if the weather impacts you, we're going to take care of you. So if it rains more than an hour continuously, we're going to give you a ticket to come back.
Yeah, definitely. So tell us a little bit about the season passes and the benefits of those and what people get.
Yeah, to me, it's a tremendous deal. There's 3 levels of passes for
Okay.
depending on what you need and what your preference is.
Mhm.
But basically, you know, all passes get you unlimited admission through the entire season, and that's not just the summer season, but that's the Counts Halloween Spooktacular, and that's a very furry Christmas. So a lot of opportunities to come to the park. Then we have a base pass that gets you a free admission, and then 30% off food and merchandise
Okay.
in park, and that's anywhere there's a register, carts, restaurants, shops. And then we have another tier that throws in free parking for general parking, and then special character visits.
Mhm.
And then we have what's called the Super Grover Pass, which has all those benefits, but also gets you admission to all the other SeaWorld and Busch Garden parks, you know,
Okay.
excluding Discovery Cove because it's a separate ticket.
Okay.
So you know, if you're thinking about a Williamsburg trip, which is a great park, and they have
Sure.
2 parks down there, Water Country and Busch Gardens, a Florida trip, you know, Texas, California, one of those SeaWorld parks.
Okay.
It's a tremendous value, and I think you know if you do the math on the numbers, it's like you know less than 2.5 visits. You pay
Sure.
for that pass.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's
And
what we always got.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
you know, people, you know, the greatest is you know, I remember talking to a father who used it. You know, he worked all day, but he'd come home, get home between 5 and 6. He'd grab his daughter. They'd run to the park. They'd buy a bag of popcorn. They'd ride the roller coaster, watch the parade, and go home. But that he said he didn't see more than that, you know, for a year, you know. But
Right.
that was his special time with his daughter.
Sure.
And
Excellent.
you know, a pass allows you not to feel like oh, I was only here 2 hours.
Yes.
So if you want to come for a couple hours, you want to, you know, stay the whole day, you have those options.
Mhm.
So to me, it's a tremendous value,
Yeah.
you know, at the park.
Now you bring in some entertainment sometimes, and that's separate from the admission, or is that additional, or is that included in the admission? You bring in different, maybe performers.
Yeah, we do. It depends.
Okay.
Typically, the admission will cover the concert. So, for
Okay.
example, we have coming up in May, we have Choo Choo Soul and Caillou. Those are included in admission, but you do have to make a reservation online.
Okay.
You know, you'll have to have an admission product again, whether it's a pass or a ticket. Sometimes if it's a bigger name act, it may be a small charge, like $10 per se, and we
Okay.
let people know about that. That just helps us bring in some of that talent that people say, hey, we'd love if you could bring in
Yeah.
Imagination Movers or High Five in
Sure.
the past, or these other groups that are pretty popular with kids.
Mhm.
So it really depends. All that information is online, and it's another opportunity to do something fun and different.
Yeah.
That we offer at the park.
Sure. So tell me, I know you had a couple of fireworks displays, which I always love, and then tell us a little bit about the Halloween events you had there, and also the Christmas.
Yeah, sure thing. You know, the fireworks we've been doing this for, well, I believe, almost 10 years, and they've gotten better and better. They're set to Sesame Street music.
Mhm.
They're themed out, so when you're watching the fireworks, you're not just watching the colors. You're hearing the
Colors,
show
yes.
coordinated with it. It's a really great show. You can see them pretty much from anywhere in the park, and we do those Memorial Day. We'll have the Memorial Day weekend, July 4th,
Okay.
Labor Day, and while you can see them from Ox Valley Mall and all over.
We won't talk
You
about
got it,
that.
but I'm telling you, you're missing the show. The show's the best part is that audio that connects with the fireworks. It really is. And then you're right. And come October when the weather cools and our water rides close, Halloween has just been a tremendously growing season for everybody, but in particular Sesame Place. So we call it the Counts Halloween Spooktacular, and Elmo and all his friends put on their Halloween costumes, and the parade turns into a Halloween parade, and we have Halloween mazes, and we have some temporary attractions that we did last year, and all the shows become Halloween themed. We do trick or treating, so hay rides in the parking lot. So just again another fun time to be there and a great season.
And you used to have this thing that was it's like a head and talk to you. I think that
Yeah,
was Halloween, right?
Myron, he's a pumpkin that when you're in line or
Is that
through
you
one
in
of
the
the mazes,
background or what?
it's not me. But yeah, that's you have all these kind of little moments around the park that you never know what you're going to see when
Right.
you're there. And then we shut down for a couple weeks, and then we opened back. We transform into a very furry Christmas.
Okay.
And it's basically picture the Elmo and his friends what they would do if they decorated for Christmas, and that's
Yeah.
what they've done. We said Elmo, have at it,
Okay.
and it's all very furry. And we have our mechanical rides open. We have Santa there. We have a train ride, which only is available during very Christmas. All the shows are Christmas themed. The parade's Christmas themed. We have a 35-foot lit Christmas tree to Sesame music. So the park is completely filled with lights.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's a transformation.
Yes.
And of course, we all know that when it's the holiday time, it's really the time you really want to spend some extra time with family. And we think we offer a special moment for families to have some fun together.
Yeah, definitely. And just to as we wrap up here a little bit, you live in Bucks County now, I think.
I do, yeah,
Okay.
I do. I live in the Holland Newtown area.
Okay, excellent. And what else do you like to do around Bucks County? Since this is a Bucks County show, anything else besides going to Sesame Place?
Yeah, well,
That you enjoy, or
my
restaurants?
Yeah, my wife and I, we when we have time together, especially in the summer, it's tough, but
Yes.
we enjoy. We love going up to New Hope, and
Okay.
there's a restaurant with the Landing that we
Yeah,
frequent.
sure.
In the winter, it's the fireplace is there. In the
Yes.
summer, you go out on the deck, so that's a great place.
Definitely.
But what's great about Bucks County too is all these parks, right? There's the
Right.
Fort Creek Park, there's Tyler State Park. And we
Yes.
have a dog we like to take out. The
Okay.
kids, I have 4 kids. We enjoy the disc golf at Tyler State Park that we
Sure.
play together. So a lot of outdoor stuff during the summer that we
Right.
really enjoy doing. And that's what's great about Bucks County. We've been up to Ringing Rocks.
Okay.
Up
Bring
in
your
Upper
hammer.
Bucks County, bring your hammer. I mean, the kids didn't
Definitely.
believe me when we went up there. Even just going up to Van Sant Airport and
Yes,
watching the gliders.
Oh yeah.
So all these kind of neat things about Bucks County that you can do, and like I said, I grew up in Northeast Philly, so I spent a lot of time in Bucks County because all the people that I met at Sesame generally lived in
Sure.
Bucks County.
Yeah.
So I was happy when I got a job there full time, and it was an easy decision for me to make the move
Sure.
and live in Bucks County. It really won the school.
Yeah.
And of course, my kids all go to school there, and we've had tremendous opportunities with the schools and Council Rock School District. We've been real happy with. So
Okay.
it's been great. It's been a great place to work and live.
Yeah. Now, is there anything you can tell us about what's coming in the future for Sesame Place, or?
Well, we're always talking, Paul.
Okay.
There's always ideas, right?
Yeah.
The idea machine never stops.
Okay.
So what I'll tell you is that while there's nothing that I can speak to today, I can tell you that over the next 5, even 10 years, there's going to be some pretty exciting things I
Okay.
think for the park.
Good.
A lot of people think, oh, you have nowhere else to go, but there's always opportunities, whether it's the
Sure.
parking lot, whether it's doing stuff like we have been in park.
Right.
There's always way to make improvements, and
Mhm.
we have lots of ideas. And I think we're going to see some exciting things over the next few years. So
Okay.
it'll keep growing.
Yeah. Well, great. And I appreciate your taking the time to come out and sharing with everybody in the audience. Everything about Sesame Place. I know my family. I have a little boy, a little girl. We love going there, and it's a great family environment, and a lot of fun for us. And
Well, there's a lot of people working real hard to make it that way.
Yeah.
Certainly, not only myself and my team, but all the other departments at the park, and we take the responsibility of entertaining very seriously.
Yes.
And our everyone there really loves working at the park, and really wants to have families have a good time. That's
Yeah.
we're really vested in it.
well, that's great. And we're looking forward to our first time there this year too. It's one of those things. When my daughter was not in school, we always got there the first weekend. And actually she was on the cover of the front page of the Courier. Her and her friend they were at the first day, opening day, and the Courier was there taking pictures.
Oh, that's
and,
great.
They made it on the first page, so that's something they'll always remember there.
Absolutely.
And I know you bring a lot of smiles to a lot of kids, and we really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to seeing your growth in the future and seeing the new land there. You have new section you have opened up, and I was getting to the point where I couldn't do those climbing those ropes too much anymore.
Well, I think there was a lot of people, and if everybody could you know, try to do the instead of doing a rain dance, do sun dances.
Yes.
I think we would all like, you know, a summer full of sunny, warm
sunny
weather.
days, sweeping the
Rain
clouds
it,
away.
it can rain at night to water the
Yes.
flowers, and then sunny during the day. So if we could have,
Oh, yeah.
you know, a summer full of 3 months of that, 4 months of that, we'll take it.
Definitely great. I appreciate you coming out.
You bet.
And talking with us.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
Okay.